What's going on, everyone? Championship Fit here, back at it again with another episode of Operation 66. And on this episode, we're going to go into how I got my season's best, what occurred, and how it ended up going down. All right, let's get to it. All right, so remember the last episode, I ended with a PR with the weight vest, of course. So, calculated wise, if my back was healthy, and even if I didn't have the weight vest, I should have still been at a legit PR right after. So, my mindset is all right, so all I have to do is take the weight vest off, recover my back, and I'll be good. But let me start being a little healthier and cleaning up my diet. What happens is that if you're too low on calories, what happens to your immune system? It drops down some. I ended up being a little too low on calories throughout the time. It can put your body at risk for injuries as well as your overall immune system. So for me, it was my immune system, which I was perfectly fine. I had been sleeping and everything else, but a couple of days when I was cutting my calories, or without even knowing, I was just eating healthier, but healthier foods tend to be lower calories. Uh, I started feeling my throat get itchy, which my intensity of training was higher, but I'm like, wow. And I started seeing my weight drop down. And I looked at my weight, I'm like, oh, I'm 5 pounds less in a few days. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. We're gonna have to do something about this. I finally fixed it after a few days, but by that time, my body was already fighting something off. When, mind you, this is the week after I had just done my PR and my back was hurting. So, couldn't make this up, right? So I'm in the middle of trying to fight something off. I'm resting a good amount, sleeping, trying to make sure I rest up. And I fought it off long enough to be able to run, and I ran my season's best. Finally got under 6'9", which wasn't anything crazy because I hit a 6'7" the year before, but I'll take getting under 6'9". You know, I lived at 6'8" the year prior, but things have happened, so I'm like, okay, 6'8", cool. I was able to do that twice. Um, Even though I don't think I was fully recovered and my body was fighting something off, I took it. I'm like, okay, I should be happy. Now I should be good to go into the next meet. And right after, it just increased the overall sickness hit its peak that weekend, and I had a fever. After I finish moving, I feel worse. I'm missing the belt. Let's see, do I have a fever now that I didn't have before? Yep. I didn't have fever before, but now I have chills. Time to go to sleep. And I'm like, wow. Well, at least I was able to run the day before. With just a little bit of itchy throat, a little bit of a running nose, nothing too crazy until the next day. That's when it hit the hardest. And then from then on, I'm like, wow, I have my final meet supposedly this upcoming week. I just hit my season's best, but I should be able to backdoor if I rest up. So all I did was sleep all those days, try to recover. Um, I was truly rested, but by the time the meet came, I wasn't recovered. All right, so I wasn't able to have the best warm up because meets like places like this, like Texas Tech, the way that it's set up, they have these runways that you can kind of warm up on, and they have the turf field, but you're not able to warm up on the track. Of course, a lot of these big meets are like that. Um, um, and then there was so many people, so it made it much harder for me to even get a block set. So by the time I ran, I didn't have a block set up or anything. Now, even though I wasn't recovered, my body was fried. I still, if I had a warm up, I would have been able to hit another season's best. I wasn't going to be able to PR. I don't believe that was a PR day for me. At best, it would have been a 6.85, 6.8 low. Understandable, right? Because things happen. Now, at this point, that should be the end of my season, right? I ended my season with a 6.91 and a season's best of 6.89. Being sick, back injury, but that's not it. That's not it. We really have two meets, and these are the craziest meets of the season. We'll get into the next one. So right now, just know what just happened. I got my season's best. Now we're gonna go into what happened on me running my worst time this upcoming episode and me running my best time. So until next time, Championship Fit, I'm out. Peace.